Hey y'all, welcome back to Joker Outdoors. My name's Ken.
I'm Brian.
And today we want to wish you a happy and successful and wonderful Pride Day. And you know what I'm talking about. Not what was happening last month, but today, 4th of July.
That's right.
So we're going to celebrate our Pride Month, this entire month. So I'm tired of this mess with all this single. We get one day for Veterans Day, we get one day for 4th of July, we get one day for Labor Day, one day for Memorial Day, and then all these other dips get all this extra long stuff. But we want to thank you for joining us today. So before we get started, give us a thumbs up right now. Bam, 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 bam. Punch it. Ring the notification bell. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Keep on subscribing because we're getting ever closer to that 1,000. I mean, we're creeping up on it.
Last time I checked, we were at about 971, 972, so we're almost there. And we're going to do a big giveaway. We know we're giving some turkey calls and stuff away. Probably going to, being that deer season's coming up, give some deer lures and stuff away as well. And, I don't know, maybe throw some barbecue seasonings in there.
Something like that. All right, so today we're going to be working this expert Commodore grill out. We're going to be putting some food in through this thing. We're going to do some chicken, and something that I've been talking about and Brian's been talking about us doing is some tomahawk steaks.
Yep, tomahawk ribeyes.
I'm looking forward to that. See how that's going to come out. And we're also going to put on some just regular old, Joe ribeyes as well. So we can, we got a lot of people feeding, which is great.
Yep.
So without further ado, let's get rolling. All right, the first contestants on who's going to be on the grill today are our two chickens. Both of these chickens we grew out on the farm, and we've spatchcocked them to help lay them out a little bit flatter, help cook evenly. So if you've never spatchcocked the chicken, all you're doing is just cutting the backbone out of it. So you go right down the backbone, cut it out, and try to stay close to the backbone so you save some of that good back meat. So we're going to get these, we're at 250 degrees. We're going to get these to 165 degrees before, to be done. But we're going to get them up to about 150 before we wrap them, and then put them back in here and get them up to 165. All right, so that's the first entry. All right, so I almost forgot to show you guys. I took this for granted that you guys knew how to season, but I figured I'd show you how I do this. So I use coconut aminos as my binder. Okay, so these coconut aminos, they taste almost just exactly like Worcestershire sauce. So you may ask, well, why don't you use Worcestershire sauce? Well, Worcestershire sauce has a lot of soy in it, and soy is not good for men. It does not, it messes with our biological chemistry, and just nothing good comes from soy. So I decided I'm going to start using this. So just put a little bit on it. Doesn't take a lot. And then rub it in. We'll get it on all sides. Uh-oh. Got a passenger there. Get it on all sides. These are them big old nice tomahawk ribeyes. Alright, so that's the binder. Now the seasoning. So I'm going to be utilizing a seasoning that I use quite a lot. And it's not one of ours, it's one that I just use because it's basically what I would make, but I've still had a pretty fair amount of it, so I wanted to use it up before I make some more. This is the Lone Star brisket rub. And it's got basically it's the salt, pepper, and garlic. But it also has paprika and a couple other little things in here. Some dried spices in here. So we want to put this on here pretty liberal. Don't be, because this is a thick piece of meat. So you need to get the seasoning on here so it can meld down into the spots. So these weigh roughly 3 pounds a piece. Thereabouts. Give or take a couple pounds. Make sure you get your edges real good too. Like I said, this is a thick piece of meat. You need to get, and even do the fat side, even though it's going to render out probably. And then flip it over and do the other side. Get you a good coating on here. Took us a while to get to this kind of meat. You know, I didn't want to do it because with the price of meat, you know, now it was almost cost prohibitive to do one of these. But I was over at my local butcher, which is Lee's, right down in Benson. And if you're in the Anger Benson area, they have nice, good cuts of meat. So, a little plug for them. Alright, so there, we got them all seasoned up. So now we're going to let these rest while the grill is coming up to temperature. You don't want to take these right out. Excuse me, pepper. Whew. You don't want to take these right out and slam them in the grill because all the seasoning is going to fall off. So what we're going to be doing, a slow smoke. Alright, take a look at those bad boys. Man, they look good. They've been sitting in the refrigerator for about half an hour, and now it's time to put them on the grill. So with the chickens we got are at 108 degrees right now. So it's a good time to put these on because they're going to take a little bit longer to cook than these will. Now I'm going to run these up on the top rack, you know, because I'm going to try and get the smoke flavor in here a little bit more. Move this cord out of the way here.
Grab on the top.
Yeah, I'm already recording. This thing's being peeled in there. Brian suggested we put them on, we bring it down. I was going to put it way up here at the top, but Brian suggested we put them down a little bit more, so let's go and get these guys on here. That guy there. There. And now I'm going to take, so this one's the thickest one of them all. It's right here. And it's got a big piece of fat on it. So when you probe these, here's the thing about probing these for temperature. All these ribeyes have got a pocket of fat in the middle of them. You don't want to go all the way into that pocket of fat because it'll tell you it's done and it won't be nowhere near done. So I got this new, Brian gave me this for Father's Day. This is the Expert Grill. Turned on here. This is the Expert Grill timer, and what's cool about this one is it's a Bluetooth timer, so I keep this in the house so I can monitor the temperature while this one's running out here on the while this is running on the meat. So I'm going to take this probe. So if you look at the probe, this is where the sensor is, the very tip of it. So we're going to put this in there about up to about halfway through the steak. Go right in the middle. I'm going to go about right to the middle of where that steak is. So if you look at this about that far, I've got about maybe 2.5 inches of that probe in there.
And look, one thing you can do with this is you can, let's see, let me get back to beef. You can get medium well, medium rare. Alright, we're going to turn the temperature down. We want this at 130 degrees internal.
Yep, so we're going to set an alarm. So it'll give you an alarm when it hits that. So you don't got to keep coming out here and checking and, you know, monitor and keep opening this up, because every time you open this lid, lets the heat out. And then it's got to go back up to temperature again. So it's at 250 right now. Now normally I would not cook steaks at 250. I normally would do them about 230. But because we got the chickens on there, we're going to keep it at 250 because the chickens are going to absorb some of that heat. And my logical brain is thinking we're going to get to 230 with the steaks. So yeah, let's take this thing back inside and we'll be back with you in just a bit. All right, we got one that's up to temperature. We got it at 140, and we're going to go ahead and pull that one off. That's the thinner of the two. and we're going to go ahead and wrap it up in some butter. We're going to cut some butter up, lay it on the sheet here, wrap it up, put it back in there, and get it up to 155. Around there?
Yeah, for a medium.
Yeah, about 155. We're going to try and go at the medium, between medium. I don't want to go too much. I want to go just a little bit over, you know, not quite too well, but maybe medium. That way it's, as it rests, it'll continue to cook into the thing, because they got people here that don't like the red type of meat. Let's cut off some slaps of butter here. Lay them on the paper.
Hot as it is out here, it might melt before we put the meat on there.
I want you to look at that, man. Look at that. That thing is, and it's, I mean, it's the other one when I pick it up, it's kind of floppy still, so this one's got some go to it. In case you're wondering, why butter? Because butter, like bacon, makes all things better.
That's right. That's the tricky part. Wrapping the
Bone part there. Alright, now I'm going to put this back on in here.
I just let it cook for about another 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah. Let that thing rest while we, up in there while we get the rest of it up. So it looks like we're about probably 10 degrees off of pulling that other one and wrapping it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get, we got 2 more ribeyes we're going to cook. They're thinner. I'm going to go ahead and get those, go ahead and get them on so they can be cooking at the same time. They're quite a bit thinner. Alright, so what I got here, I got 2 more ribeyes. These are about about roughly an inch thick. These are some grass-fed pieces. And I'm going to use the same seasoning. I'm going to use this brisket seasoning. That way nobody can say, oh, that tastes different than the other one does. And I don't need a binder on this one because these just come out of the package, so they're still a little bit wet where the other ones had been out. Cut that down. That down. Edge there. Edge right there. Alrighty. Let's get these on the grill. Nope. Sorry about it. Alright, now I gotta go wipe my grips off. Alright, let's get this other joker pulled off here. We are right up against it. Got the butter bed already built up there. Brian built that joker up. And man, this is, whew, son, that thing is nice.
So what?
Right on top of that butter there.
Let me show you what I'm gonna do with this. Watch this. We're just gonna lob it on there, just like that. Rub it up. Look, it's melting already. Look at that.
Yeah, we did it dumb and left the butter out here in the heat of the North Carolina sunshine, and it pre-melted.
Now we're gonna wrap this sucker up.
Brian with his buttery hand now.
All right.
Alright, it don't matter because it's gonna be getting all greasy from the steak anyway, so who cares, right? Alrighty. We'll kick that guy back on here.
We're gonna take this other one off. That other one's done.
And the other one is setting at 152, so we are on the money on that guy. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it off, and we're gonna let it rest.
Just have to bring it in here, put it in this.
Got a little can right down there, another tray
Yeah, where we gonna put it at though?
on top of that. Alright, set that guy on there. We're gonna stick this in the microwave on top of them chickens, and chickens are gonna rest underneath the steak. How about that? Alright, so now we got that other one out there. We're gonna go out here and check the 2 ribeyes we just put on. I'm gonna get my instant read thermometer here. And that one's at 126.
Can you show it?
I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up. You can pick it up on here.
Let's see.
How's that 121?
122.
22.
Angle it down a little bit. There you go.
Right there?
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do, all right, so this is the hot side of the grill, but because I've got this one covering right here, I'm gonna move these over a little bit to the middle to give them a little bit thing. And now we got some free probes here, so we're gonna go ahead and put the probing action on here. Go right through the middle. Trying hard to hit the middle on these guys because they're not really that thick like them other ones were. But these, just like them other ribeyes, do have a pocket on them that will give you a fat pocket that will give you a false reading. All right, so now you can see it's reading at 118 degrees, which is exactly what we had before. And the other one's inside, so now we'll be able to monitor that one inside. As soon as it comes up to temperature, we'll get these off and get them resting as well. I'm calculating about the time those are ready, that other one should be up to temperature.
Yep.
All right, so this other one is at the right temperature, at a balmy 148 degrees. Pull that guy out. And just to give you an idea, when I did the last video, I talked about that I wasn't sure that the probes were working right on the grill. Well, I can verify that the probes are working right on the grill. By utilizing the multiple different temperature devices we have, we can affirm that they are truly at the right one. All right, so this little steak here is sitting at 132. I don't know what the other one's sitting at. It's in there on the table, but I'm gonna guess it's probably about the same. All right, so we're gonna get these to about 140. That's going to give us a medium to medium rare, a little bit higher than medium rare, but not quite real brown. Still going to leave us a pink type center. That's what we look. That's what I look for in steaks. Some people don't like that particular style. I like them because it keeps the steak nice and juicy, and I'm a big fan of keeping my steaks juicy. I hate dry steak. Ain't nothing worse than a dry steak. All right, so we'll be back to you in about. It's going to take about 5 minutes for these things to get done, and then we'll get back on you. I got to get back in there and work on that macaroni.
Microwave. This is my medium well, I got pink in the middle.
All right, so the steaks are up to temperature. This one's at 143. The other one's at 135. So we're going to go ahead and pull these off, but I want you to take a look at the macaroni and cheese there and see how beautiful it's looking inside of there. That's hot. All right, let's get these moved inside. Let them rest as well. Let this cronies and cheese keep on rocking. Yum. those. Got it? All right, so we got chicken, we got tomahawk steaks, we got ribeyes, we got baked beans, we got smoked macaroni and cheese, and we got an ooey gooey butter cake, and we got some toffee ice cream cooking outside.
We're going to unwrap this tomahawk ribeye real quick.
Let's move this over. Switch places.
Switch spots.
Oops, sorry. All right, let's unwrap this joker and see what's going on. In fact, you want to let's put the beans in the oven right quick. Give us a little more space here.
Take that out there.
Set it over there in that bowl because that's a macaroni bowl.
He is still full of flavor and juice.
I'm telling you.
Look at that.
And just like Godwin said, all good steaks need a handle.
That's right.
I don't know if you've watched that video, but it's hilarious. If you know Godwin from Duck Dynasty, he did a video on how to cook one of these too. And you know, if you like his candor, he stays right on the point with it.
He sure does.
It's funny. All that ooey gooey butter.
Really?
I don't need a ooey gooey butter cake. We got ooey gooey butter steak.
Telling you.
All right, let me get me a cutting utensil over here and my fork. Ugh.
Man.
Get out of the way, Cameron. All right, let's slice these guys open and see what's what here. All right, let's go with this one first.
Yeah, it should be the. Like butter. There it is, right there.
Turn loose. There we go. All right, you're gonna be like that. So there you go. Look at that. Nice smoke ring around there. Perfectly done in the center. Nice and juicy. You know, I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. That's some good meat right there. Cutting against this edge of this tray ain't probably helping a whole lot.
The girl from the Never Ending Stories, the little princess.
Wow, look at that.
Just falling
I'm
apart.
telling you, it is so tender. You know, I mean, I've had tender ribeye before, and this is gonna take the cake right here. Just take the cake. All right, let's spin this around. Let's cut this other guy open. Move out the way, Bone.
This one's a little bit more done for my family. Yep. Just the right amount of pink right there. That's the way we
Look at
like
that.
that little bit of pink right there. Let me
Yep.
have that. Let me have that right there. I'm gonna try that right there.
Well, he's gonna try that one. I'm gonna try this one over here because we got to try a taste test. You can't just bust out some steaks and not taste it on camera. Let me get one over here. There we go.
So tender.
Got a bone. And that, I'm telling you, that rub. I'm telling you what, that's better than sliced bread right there. I can't even complain. I wouldn't complain because I cooked it. Alright. On to these steaks right here. Alright, so these Much thinner. We didn't cook them quite as long.
Nobody can make me change my mind.
I got blonde hair. I can pull it off.
See the smoke ring on there?
It's done to perfection.
I'm telling you.
With this one right
And then this one over here.
look like it. That one. I told him I would pick it. Yeah. Hey there. That's too scary, though. Hey there.
I don't know if you can pick that up. Got kind of crappy light, but see the pinkness in there. I mean, this is perfectly done. This would be exactly how I would want it if I ordered it from a steakhouse. Said I want it medium rare, or a medium rather. If I said medium, that would be what it should come out like. This over here, this is the medium rare guy. This is the medium well. Medium. All right, so there's your various different temperatures in meat. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I mean, we've enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us. And once again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm gonna shake the knife at you. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Give him a thumbs up. Give us all a thumbs up.
Yep.
Ring the notification bell. And hit all notifications so you see when we put new videos up.
Yep.
I can't talk, I got steak in my mouth. But I want you to remember always that this is God's country. God bless y'all, we love y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.